Question 1. Who is known as the father of political science? Your option. Correct answer is C. Aristotle. Aristotle is regarded as the father of political science. He was a great Greek philosopher. He was the first one to give a working definition of political science. Question 2. Who among the following was the President of the Constituent Assembly? Your option. Correct answer is A. Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the President of the Constituent Assembly. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the first temporary President of the Constituent Assembly. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected its President. Question 3. The fundamental duties in the Indian Constitution is derived from which country? Your option. Answer is A. Russia. Fundamental duties is derived from Russia, USSR. Schedule 1st of the Indian Constitution deals with the subject matters of the Indian states and the Union territories. Question 4. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected for a time period of. Your option. Correct answer is C. 6 years. The members are elected for a period of 6 years. Every 2 years 1-3 RD members retire from the House. Question 5. Which house is called the upper house of the Parliament? Your option. Correct answer is B. Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is called the upper house of the Parliament. The maximum members allowed in the Rajya Sabha is 250. Question 6. How many languages are contained in the VIIth schedule of the Indian Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is D. 22. There are 22 official languages in India and they are covered under the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. Question 7. Initially, how many members were the part of the Constituent Assembly? Your option. Correct answer is C. 389. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 389 members. Provinces 292. Question 8. The Constitution of India was adopted by the. Your option. Correct answer is B. Constituent Assembly. The Constitution of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly. On 26 November 1949, the Constituent Assembly of India adopted to the Constitution of India and it came into effect on 26 January 1950. Question 9. Who called the preamble as political horoscope of Indian Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is C. K. M. Munshi. K. M. Munshi, who was also a member of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly, defined preamble as the horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. He was a lawyer by profession and later turned to author and politician. Question 10. The Constituent Assembly was set up in. Your option. Correct answer is B. 1946. The Constituent Assembly was set up in 1946. As a result of the partition, under the Mountbatten Plan, a separate Constituent Assembly of Pakistan was established on 19th June 1947. Question 11. Which body framed the Constitution of Independent India? Your option. Correct answer is B. Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly was responsible for framing the Constitution of India. It also acted as the main legislative body for the country from 1946 to 1950. It comprised elected representatives and nominated members of princely states. Question 12. In India, when a president is to be impeached for violation of the Constitution, the charge is preferred by? Your option. Correct answer is C. Either House of Parliament. J. When a president is to be impeached for violation of the Constitution, the charge shall be preferred by either House of Parliament. Question 13. President Draupadi Murmu has appointed Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Yashwant Chandrachud as the of India Chief Justice. Your option. Correct answer is A. 50th. The correct answer is 50th Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Times Justice D.Y. Chandrachud to take oath as new Chief Justice of India. Senior-most Supreme Court Judge and Chief Justice of India designate Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud is all set to become the 50th head of the Indian judiciary. Question 14. Vice President of India is elected by members of Electoral College consisting of the members of? Your option. Correct answer is B. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha only. The Vice President of India is elected by members of Electoral College consisting of the members of both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Question 15. Democracy was first practiced in? Your option. Correct answer is B. Greece. The term democracy first appeared in ancient Greek political and philosophical thought in the city-state of Athens during classical antiquity. The word comes from demos, common people, and kratos, strength. Question 16. Who authored the book, Silent Spring? Your option. Correct answer is C. Rachel Carson. Silent Spring, non-fiction book written by Rachel Carson that became one of the most influential books in the modern environmental movement. Question 17. Democracy was first practiced in? Your option. Correct answer is B. Greece. The term democracy first appeared in ancient Greek political and philosophical thought in the city-state of Athens during classical antiquity. The word comes from demos, common people, and kratos, strength. Question 18. Kautilya's theory of Rajmandala belongs to? Your option. Correct answer is C. Foreign policy and interstate relation. Interstate relations and foreign policy find a prominent place in Kautilya's Arthashastra. He has tried to explain the dynamics of interstate relations through his Mandala theory. Question 19. By which constitutional amendment, Sikkim became a new state in the Indian Union? Your option. Correct answer is C. 36th, 1975. Sikkim became a state of India via the 36th Amendment Act, 1975 on 26 April 1975. The Sikkim State Day is observed on 16th May of every year because this was the day when the first Chief Minister of Sikkim assumed office. Question 20. In year an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language in Sri Lanka? Your option. Correct answer is A. 1962 AD. Sri Lanka's population is comprised of 75% Sinhalese and 24% Tamil speakers, 11% Sri Lankan Tamils, 9% Moors, and 4% Indian Tamils, with smaller communities of Malayas, Burghers, and others. Question 21. Which of the following states has the highest Lok Sabha seats? Your option. Correct answer is B. Maharashtra. Uttar Pradesh is the state having largest representation in Lok Sabha, 80 seats. Maharashtra stands second with 48 seats. Question 22. Who has the power to implement fundamental right? Your option. Correct answer is A. Supreme and High Court. The fundamental rights are enshrined in Part 3 of the Constitution, Articles 12 to 35. Part 3 of the Constitution is described as the Magna Carta of India. Question 23. The mind and ideals of the framers of Constitution are reflected in the. Your option. Correct answer is A. Preamble. The mind and ideals of the framers of Constitution are reflected in the preamble. The preamble, a preface of the Constitution, contains the basic philosophy and fundamental values on which the Constitution is based. It reflects the ideology, dreams and grand vision of makers of the Constitution. Question 24. In which schedule of Indian Constitution, the territorial extent of Indian states and union territories is prescribed? Your option. Correct answer is A. First Schedule. First Schedule lists the states and territories of India, lists any changes to their borders and the laws used to make that change. Question 25. Who proposed the preamble before the drafting committee of the Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is A. Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru proposed the preamble before the drafting committee of the Constitution. It laid down the fundamentals, ideology, and philosophy of constitutional structure. The preamble is an introduction to the Constitution of India which contains the summary and essence of the objectives of the Constitution. Question 26. The age for retirement of judges from Supreme Courts and High Courts are respectively? Your option. Correct answer is A. 65 and 62. The retirement age of judges of Supreme Court is 65 years and that of High Courts is 62 years. The Constitution has not fixed the tenure of a judge of the Supreme Court and High Court. Question 27. Who is known as the father of political science? Your option. Correct answer is C. Aristotle. Aristotle is regarded as the father of political science. He was a great Greek philosopher. He was the first one to give a working definition of political science. Question 28. What is the maximum gap interval between two sessions of Parliament? Your option. Correct answer is C. 6 months. From time to time, the sessions of the Parliament are called upon by President. According to Constitution, the maximum gap between two sessions cannot be more than 6 months. Thus, in each year, there must be two sessions of Parliament. Question 29. In which year were the Indian states reorganized on the linguistic basis? Your option. Correct answer is C. 1956. In 1956, the Indian states were reorganized on the linguistic basis when the States Reorganization Act, 1956 came into force. At the time of independence in 1947, India consisted of more than 500 disjointed princely states that were merged together to form different states. Question 30. The Constitution of India was adopted on. Your option. Correct answer is A. 26 November 1949. The Republic is governed in terms of the Constitution of India, which was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949 and came into force on 26 January 1950. Question 31. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution provides for. Your option. Correct answer is C. Abolition of untouchability. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution provides for abolition of untouchability. Untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is forbidden. The enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offence punishable in accordance with law. Question 32. Which of the following schedules of the Constitution of India deals with matters like the formation of a new state? Your option. Correct answer is A. First Schedule. Schedule 1st of the Indian Constitution deals with the subject matters of the Indian states and the Union territories. Initially, the Constitution had 395 articles in 22 parts and 8 schedules. Now at present, the Constitution of India has 448 articles in 25 parts and 12 schedules. Question 33. How many schedules does the Constitution of India contain? Your option. Correct answer is D. 12. The Constitution of India contained 12 schedules. There are 12 schedules in the Constitution of India. One of the first mentions of schedules was made in the Government of India Act, 1935, where it included 10 schedules. Question 34. The concept of Constitution first originated in. Your option. Correct answer is C. Britain. The concept of Constitution first originated in Britain. Concept of Constitution first originated in Britain, which has unwritten Constitution. England's Parliament, often called Mother of Parliaments, has existed for over 7 centuries and founding document of its constitution is considered as Magna Carta signed by King John in 1215. Question 35. On the subjects mentioned in the concurrent list, laws may be enacted by the. Your option. Correct answer is C. States and the Union. The correct answer is States and the Union. Question 36. Freedom of the press is implied in the right to. Your option. Correct answer is B. Freedom of speech. Freedom of the press is implied in the right to freedom of speech. In India, freedom of the press is implied from the freedom of speech and expression guaranteed by Art. 19(1)(a). There is no specific provision ensuring freedom of the press as such. Question 37. The provisional president of the Constituent Assembly was. Your option. Correct answer is D. Sachidanand Sinha. The provisional president of the Constituent Assembly was Sachidanand Sinha. The first meeting of the Constituent Assembly of India took place in Constitutional Hall, New Delhi, on 9th December 1946. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the first president of the Constituent Assembly. On 11th December 1946, Rajendra Prasad was elected as permanent chairman of the Constituent Assembly. Question 38. Who among the following was the chairman of States Committee of the Constituent Assembly? Your option. Correct answer is C. Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru was the chairman of States Committee of the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly appointed a number of committees to deal with different tasks of constitution making. Out of these, 8 were major committees and the others were minor committees. Question 39. The Constituent Assembly of India was set up under the. Your option. Correct answer is A. Cabinet Mission Plan. The Constituent Assembly of India was set up under the Cabinet Mission Plan. Question 40. The term Fourth Estate is used for. Your option. Correct answer is D. The press and newspaper. The Fourth Estate is a societal or political institution whose influence is not officially recognized and is most commonly referred to the news media, especially print journalism or the press. The term Fourth Estate is used for the press and newspaper. Question 41. What was the number of articles at the time of commencement of the Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is C. 395. At the time of commencement of the Constitution, there were 395 articles, 22 parts, and 8 schedules. Now at present, there are 448 articles in 25 parts and 12 schedules. Question 42. Who among the following described democracy as the tyranny of the majority? Your option. Correct answer is B. De Tocqueville. Alexis de Tocqueville is best known for his insightful commentary on American democracy. Question 43. The creamy layer concept refers to. Your option. Correct answer is C. The grouping based on economic status. The creamy layer concept refers to the grouping based on economic status. Creamy layer is a term used in Indian politics to refer to some members of a backward class who are highly advanced socially as well as economically and educationally. Question 44. In the Constitution of India, the right to constitutional remedies has been provided in Article. Your option. Correct answer is C. 32. In the Constitution of India, the right to constitutional remedies has been provided in Article 32. Right to constitutional remedies, Articles 32, empowers the citizens to move to a court of law in case of any denial of the fundamental rights. Question 45. The two words that were inserted by the 42nd Amendment to the preamble of the Constitution are. Your option. Correct answer is C. Socialist, secular. The correct answer is socialist, secular. Secular and socialist were the two words added later to the preamble of the Indian Constitution. It was added through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment in the year 1976. Question 46. Which of the following is a feature to both the Indian Federation and the American Federation? Your option. Correct answer is D. A federal Supreme Court to interpret the Constitution. The correct answer is option D. America is a strictly federal state with an independent federal court to interpret the Constitution and state courts. India has integrated the judicial system with the Supreme Court at the top. Question 47. Who among the following was the chairman of Fundamental Rights Subcommittee of the Constituent Assembly? Your option. Correct answer is A. J.B. Kripalni. J.B. Kripalni was the chairman of Fundamental Rights Subcommittee of the Constituent Assembly. Question 48. Consent of the people means consent of. Your option. Correct answer is C. Majority of the people. Consent of the people means consent of majority of the people. Governments and laws derive their legitimacy from the consent of the people. It means majority of the people. Question 49. The number of subjects in the Union list of the Indian Constitution is. Your option. Correct answer is C. 97. The correct answer is 97. The Union list or listi is a list of 100 items. The last item is numbered 97, given in 7th schedule in the Constitution of India, on which Parliament has exclusive power to legislate. The legislative section is divided into 3 lists: Union list, State list and Concurrent list. Question 50. Which of the following articles of the Constitution deals with the fundamental duties? Your option. Correct answer is B. Article 51A. Article 51 deals with the fundamental duties. Question 51. There is no provision in the Constitution for the impeachment of the. Your option. Correct answer is Ans A. There is no provision in the Constitution for the impeachment of the governor. The term of governor's office is normally 5 years, but it can be terminated earlier by dismissal by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister of the country, at whose pleasure the governor holds office, and resignation by the governor. Question 52. Which article of the Indian Constitution abolishes untouchability? Your option. Correct answer is D. 17. Abolition of untouchability. Untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is forbidden. The enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offence punishable in accordance with law. Question 53. A federal structure for India was first put forward by the. Your option. Correct answer is D. Act of 1935. A federal structure for India was first put forward by the Act of 1935. The Act divided the powers between centre and provinces in terms of 3 lists, namely Federal List, Provincial List and the Concurrent List. Residuary powers were vested with Viceroy. Question 54. A financial emergency can be declared by applying. Your option. Correct answer is D. Article 360. The correct answer is Article 360. President of India can impose financial emergency by applying Article 360 if he or she is satisfied that there is an economic situation in which financial stability or credit of India or any part of it is threatened. Question 55. In our Constitution, economic planning is included in. Your option. Correct answer is B. Concurrent List. In our Constitution, economic planning is included in Concurrent List. Economic planning is in the Concurrent List, List 3 of the 7th Schedule of the Indian Constitution. The 7th Schedule of the Indian Constitution comprises of 3 lists, which are Union, Concurrent and State lists. Question 56. By which amendment were fundamental duties added to the Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is B. The 42nd Amendment. The fundamental duties of citizens were added to the Constitution by the 42nd Amendment in 1976 upon the recommendations of the Swarn Singh Committee that was constituted by the government. Question 57. Which part of the Indian Constitution deals with the directive principles of state policy? Your option. Correct answer is C. Part 4. Part 4 of the Constitution deals with the directive principles of state policy. The purpose of directive principles of state policy is to lay down positive instructions which would guide state policy at all levels. The directive principles are covered from Article 36 to Article 51 in the Constitution. Question 58. Which Amendment Act introduced changes in the preamble to the Indian Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is C. The 42nd Amendment Act, 1976. The preamble has been amended only once so far, in 1976, by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, 1976. The amendment added three new words: socialist, secular and integrity. Question 59. What is the motto incorporated under our national emblem? Your option: correct answer is B. Satyamev Jayate. Satyamev Jayate is a mantra from the ancient Indian scripture Mundaka Upanishad. Upon independence of India, it was adopted as the national motto of India. Question 60. Which of the following countries have an unwritten constitution? Your option: correct answer is D. UK. The countries like the United Kingdom, Britain, New Zealand and Israel have an uncodified or unwritten constitution. Question 61. Who among the following was the President of the Constituent Assembly of India? Your option: correct answer is B. Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the President of the Constituent Assembly of India. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the first President of the Constituent Assembly. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected its President. Question 62. Which was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Your option: correct answer is C. Right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution. Ambedkar called Article 3(2) of the Indian Constitution, i.e. right to constitutional remedies, as the heart and soul of the Constitution. Question 63. Who had proposed party-less democracy in India? Your option: correct answer is D. Jaya Prakash Narayan. Jaya Prakash Narayan was an Indian independence activist. He is popularly referred to as Lok Nayak. The party-less democracy in India was proposed by Jaya Prakash Narayan. Question 64. Under which article of the Constitution is the President's rule introduced in a state due to the failure of the constitutional machinery? Your option: answer is B. 356. Article 356 of the Constitution of India: if a state government is unable to function according to constitutional provisions, the union government can take direct control of the state machinery. Question 65. The drafting of the Constitution was completed on? Your option: correct answer is C. 26 November 2019, 49. The drafting of the Constitution was completed on 26 November 1949. The Constitution of India was adopted on 26 November 2019, 49, and the Hobieli members appended their signatures to it on 24 January 2019, 50. In all, 284 members actually signed the Constitution. Question 66. The method of impeachment of the President of India is adopted from? Your option: correct answer is A. USA. The method of impeachment of the President of India is adopted from USA. Constitution has adopted the method of impeachment of the President of India from Constitution of USA. Question 67. Who said that, oh, disrespectable democracy, I love you? Your option. Correct answer is A. G.B. Shaw. These were the famous words of George Bernard Shaw, who was an Irish playwright and a co-founder of the London School of Economics. Question 68. From the constitution of which country the provision of federation was borrowed while framing the Constitution of India? Your option. Correct answer is C. Canada. The Indian federal system is based on the Canadian model and not on the American model. The Canadian model differs fundamentally from the American model insofar as it establishes a very strong center. Question 69. What is the color of the Dharma Chakra in the middle of our national flag? Your option. Correct answer is C. Navy blue. The national flag of India is a horizontal tricolor of deep saffron, kesari, at the top, white in the middle and dark green at the bottom in equal proportion. The ratio of width of the flag to its length is 2:3. In the center of the white band is a navy blue wheel which represents the chakra. Question 70. The Constitution of India describes the country as a. Your option. Correct answer is B. Union of States. The Constitution of India describes the country as a union of states. India, also known as Bharat, is a union of states. It is a sovereign socialist secular democratic republic with a parliamentary system of government. Question 71. Indian Constitution has divided the powers and function of the state into. Your option. Correct answer is B. 3 lists. Indian Constitution has divided the powers and function of the state into 3 lists. There are 3 lists of the division of powers in Indian Constitution under Article 246, 7th Schedule, Union List, State List, Concurrent List. Question 72. Which state enjoys the distinction of being the first linguistic state of India? Your option. Correct answer is D. Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is the first created linguistic state of India for Telugu-speaking people. It came into existence on 1st October 1953. Indian revolutionist Poti Sriramulu took the lead and continued the struggle for the formation of a linguistic state. Question 73. The federal system with strong center has been borrowed by the Indian Constitution from. Your option. Correct answer is B. Canada. The Constitution of India establishes a federal structure to the Indian government, declaring it to be a union of states. Part 11 of the Indian Constitution specifies the distribution of legislative, administrative and executive powers between the central government and the states of India. Question 74. Which of the following rights is not granted by the Constitution of India at present as a fundamental right? Your option. Correct answer is C. Right to property. Right to property was deleted from fundamental rights by the 44th Constitutional Amendment. This should be noted that it is a legal right and constitutional right but not a fundamental right. Question 75. Right to vote is mentioned in the part of the Constitution relating to. Your option. Correct answer is A. Election. Right to vote is mentioned in the part of the Constitution relating to election. The rights that are enshrined in the Indian Constitution and conferred on the citizens of India and do not fall under the domain of Part 3 are known as constitutional rights. The right to vote is guaranteed by the Constitution of India under Article 326 of the Indian Constitution. Question 76. The following article of the Indian Constitution abolished the practice of untouchability? Your option. Correct answer is B. Article 17. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution says that the untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is forbiddable. The main goal of this article is to remove caste discrimination which is prevalent still in the country. Question 77. A proceeding under Article 226 in case of detention of a person is A. Your option. Correct answer is C. Criminal proceeding. A proceeding under Article 226 in case of detention of a person is a criminal proceeding. Article 226 of Indian Constitution gives the authority to high courts to issue writs in case of violation of fundamental rights and other legal rights. Question 78. The Indian Constitution recognized minorities on the basis of. Your option. Correct answer is D. Percentage of the population of the group to the total population. The Indian Constitution recognized minorities on the basis of percentage of the population of the group to the total population. Article 30 of the Constitution provides that all minorities, whether based on religion or language, shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. Question 79. The concept of sovereign parliament originated in. Your option. Correct answer is D. England. The concept of sovereign parliament originated in England. The concept of parliamentary sovereignty holds that the legislative body may change or repeal any previous legislation, and so that it is not bound by written law, in some cases, even a constitution, or by precedent. Question 80. Which of the following countries has introduced direct democracy? Your option. Correct answer is D. Switzerland. Direct democracy, also known as pure democracy, is a form of democracy in which people decide policy initiatives directly. Switzerland is a rare example of a country with instruments of direct democracy. Question 81. Which article of the Indian Constitution provides for the institution of Panchayati Raj? Your option. Correct answer is C. Article 40. The state shall take steps to organize village panchayats and endow them with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as units of self-government. Question 82. How many types of emergencies are envisaged by the Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is C. 3. The President can declare 3 types of emergencies: national, state and financial emergency in a state. Question 83. The idea of Lokpal is taken from your option. Correct answer is D. Scandinavian countries. The idea of Lokpal is taken from Scandinavian countries. The concept of an Lokpal has been borrowed from Sweden. The Lokpal in India has jurisdiction over all members of parliament and central government employees in cases of corruption. Question 84. English is the official language of which one of the following Indian state? Your option. Correct answer is A. Nagaland. English is the official language of Nagaland. In 1967, the Nagaland Assembly proclaimed Indian English as the official language of Nagaland. Question 85. Who is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution? Your option. Correct answer is C. B.R. Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar was considered the architect of the Indian Constitution. Because of his role in drafting the Constitution of India, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is well known throughout India as the chief architect of the Indian Constitution. Question 86. Nomination of Rajya Sabha members by the President was taken from the Constitution of your option. Correct answer is B. Ireland. Nomination of Rajya Sabha members by the President was taken from the Constitution of Ireland. The Constitution of India borrowed the following features from the Irish Constitution: concept of directive principles of states policy. Ireland borrowed it from Spain, method of election of President, and the nomination of members in the Rajya Sabha by the President. Question 87. Which organ is the custodian of the national purse? Your option. Correct answer is D. Legislature. The idea of legislature as the custodian of national purse was for the first time mooted by the Government of India Act 1909. It is considered as the custodian as it is the primary and most often the exclusive arbiter of federal fiscal affairs. Question 88. Sikkim was granted statehood in the year. Your option. Correct answer is D. 1975. Sikkim was granted statehood in the year 1975. Initially, Sikkim remained an independent country which was ruled by Chogyal. It was first given the status of associate state in 1974 by 35th Constitutional Amendment. Later on, in 1975 by 36th Amendment Act, as granted the status of a full state. Question 89. Who was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly of India? Your option. Correct answer is A. Sir B.N. Rao. The Constituent Assembly was constituted in 19th November 1946 under the scheme of Cabinet Mission Plan. The first meeting of Constituent Assembly was held on 9th December 1946. Sir B.N. Rao was appointed as the constitutional advisor of the Assembly. Question 90. How many spokes are there in the Ashoka Chakra depicted on the national flag of India? Your option. Correct answer is C. 24. There are 24 spokes in the Ashoka Chakra depicted on the national flag of India. The flag with a spinning wheel with 24 spokes led the Quit India movement of 1942. The chakra intends to show that there is life in movement and death in stagnation. Question 91. Article 19 of the Indian Constitution provides. Your option. Correct answer is A. 6 freedoms. The correct answer is 6 freedoms. The right to freedom in Article 19 guarantees the freedom of speech and expression as one of its 6 freedoms. Question 92. What is the playing time of the full version of the Indian National Anthem? Your option. Correct answer is A. 52 seconds. The correct answer is 52 seconds. The full version of the anthem and its playing time is approximately 52 seconds. Question 93. From which historical work were the words Satyamev Jayate appearing under the national emblem taken? Your option. Correct answer is D. Mundaka Upanishad. The correct answer is Mundaka Upanishad. The words Satyamev Jayate inscribed on the state emblem of India has been taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Question 94. The term secular was added in the preamble to the Indian Constitution by. Your option. Correct answer is B. 42nd Amendment. The correct answer is 42nd Amendment. The term secular was added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. However, as the Supreme Court said in 1974, although the words secular state was not expressly mentioned in the Constitution, there can be no doubt that Constitution makers wanted to establish such a state, and accordingly Articles 25 to 28, guaranteeing the fundamental right to freedom of religion, have been included in the Constitution. Question 95. From which constitution of the world the Indian Constitution has adopted the concept of directive principles of state policy? Your option. Correct answer is A. Ireland. Articles 36 to 51 under Part 4 of the Indian Constitution deal with directive principles of state policy, D.PSP. They are borrowed from the Constitution of Ireland, which had copied it from the Spanish Constitution. One, who among the following was the chairman of Fundamental Rights Subcommittee of the Constituent Assembly? Your option. A. J.B. Kripalni. B. Rajendra Prasad. C. B.R. Ambedkar. D. Gopinath Bardoloi. Comment your answer. 2. Who among the following was the chairman of States Committee of the Constituent Assembly? Your option. A. Rajendra Prasad. B. Lal Bahadur Shastri. C. Jawaharlal Nehru. D. B.N. Rao. Comment your answer. 3. The concept of constitution first originated in. Your option. A. Japan. B. USA. C. Britain. D. Switzerland. Comment your answer. 4. What is the playing time of the full version of the Indian National Anthem? Your option. A. 52 seconds. B. 50 seconds. C. 47 seconds. D. 40 seconds. Comment your answer. 5. Article 19 of the Indian Constitution provides. Your option. A. 6 freedoms. B. 7 freedoms. C. 8 freedoms. D. 9 freedoms. Comment your answer. If you like this video, then like, comment and share it. For more videos, please subscribe this channel. Thank you.